Okay, let me just start this again. I got interrupted, so now we just have to start over. I'm just going to discuss about chapter 20 of The Mandalorian season 3. Now, we all know we got Adam Best. If you subscribe to my channel, please feel free to talk to me in the chat. Feel free. You're more welcome. Okay, my name is Mary Lanning. I'm here to discuss about Mandalorian season 3, episode 20. Well, I know everybody probably have their doubts. You probably see me on X-Wing channel. You probably see me on the Star Wars Guys channel. So please feel free to talk to me in the chat. I just turn it over to turn subscribers mode only because it doesn't seem like anyone wants to watch. But I just do apologize. I think YouTube hates it when I talk about hates it. So I think because okay. So let's just continue. Pick up where we left off. So yeah, but Grogu on the other hand does get a chance to get his extra armor, and then when Din Djarin returned, Grogu said pick up little Grogu, and you can tell. I think if you guys have thoughts, please feel free. You're all welcome. Nobody's not going to judge you or anything. I'm not going to judge you. I'm just going to be nice about it. So the reason why Din Djarin is teaching him the ways of the Mandalorian, just like I think that he was trying to, and then Bo-Katan, we all know about her little ways there. So and then that, how characters have second thoughts in every way. Well, just let me know in the chat if Grogu does or does not have second thoughts becoming a Mandalorian. But he is. Let me just start off in the chat. I'm gonna put in a hey there chat. So it's gonna be like what it was. And, last lot of ways here. And if you want to discuss Mandalorian, we can have some pop-ins here. We can go to the StreamYard link. So if you're a Star Wars fan, please feel free to ask me questions anytime. So my thoughts on Chapter 20, it was a good episode. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. And because we finally got the actor that played Jar Jar Binks from Phantom Menace all the way to Revenge of the Sith. Now, my thoughts on Chapter 20 were pretty, I think it was good. It was in the fair. Now, it was really good. And I think, we finally got Jar Jar Binks back into Star Wars. Finally, after we went waiting for like long while. So, what are your thoughts on The Mandalorian Chapter 20? So I think, we did not get Dr. Pershing in this episode like we did in the last episode. He was kind of, whiny there, and hopefully we get some, hopefully we'll get something right around there. And during chapter 20, the flashback, he was, as his ears went down and his eyes was going down. Grogu really was, good character. He's a good character, but if you have seen, if he sees what it was. So let me know what your thoughts. If you want to comment, if you want to say something in the chat or comment down below, that's fine. Yes, I am going to think about all my subscribers, 51, and stuff like that. But if you want to talk about all there is, but Grogu is probably going to either he's going to stay with the Mandalorian or he might end up having second thoughts like he did in the Book of Boba Fett. He went back. He was with Luke Skywalker for like 1 minute. Turns around, he wanted to go back to Din Djarin. That's the exact same way with Luke Skywalker in The Empire Strikes Back. He was training with Yoda. Was 1 minute. Turned around, he wanted to go back and save his friends. And then Return of the Jedi, he's taken out. I gotta see an old friend. So what are your thoughts on chapter 20? Let me know on chapter 20. So what are your thoughts? Just let me know what your thoughts is. And I am going to show you on our next discussion right now after we get after is this comic book. If you all remember that, please let me know in the chat if you recognize this. This one is Star Wars 50, and we could this one's about the Charisma Forever. If you recognize it, let me know in the chat. If you haven't seen it before, let me know in the chat. But and this one's about let's just bring on some guests here if you want to. I'll put the link in my description down below that if you want to come as a guest, we can do that. I can put you on. We can just do StreamYard, invite whoever is going to come on the live stream. So we can discuss this now too, along with Mandalorian chapter 20. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? So, okay, that I was froze for a minute there. So let's discuss about now we all knew that Luke Skywalker finds this stone here. Now we all knew about, if you guys can't read don't, I'm not going to flash it in the camera. This Luke Skywalker goes on this abandoned Star Destroyer, and him and his other friends are. If you guys can't see me, let me know in the chat. Sorry, I'm a little bit on the tired side right now, but I can just go on StreamYard and check and see if I could pull up. So yeah, this one's also about Domina. Hold on, Domina Tag. Okay, Domina Tag is who is part of the Empire, who wants to get her revenge on Luke Skywalker. And Luke Skywalker became very ill, and the whole time the story goes, it also shows Han and Chewie, but Domina Tag wanted to get her revenge on Luke Skywalker. So she created this plot with the wood and the stones that made the whole Terran Imperial crew sick, and they all died there. And it shows that she's, kind of like what any other person would. Hopefully, if you're interested in talking, this is what Domina Tag wanted to do. And Domina, of course, she doesn't really like anything out of the ordinary. So Domina Tag, so she plotted this whole time trap for Luke Skywalker for him to find the gem, and then when he brought it back to Lieutenant Laroth, I think that's his, and he ended up falling ill, and only the droids can touch him. Nobody else can. They had to put on these breathing masks. 3PO and R2-D2 don't really have to because they're droids. And Leia and Lando, all they have to do is find Domina Tag and saying, hey, where's the other and of course, through Domina, her and her cronies decides to denied about those drones, and of course, we all knew she set that trap up for Luke Skywalker and made him fall ill. And then later on, Leia and Lando went onto the Imperial ship with breathing masks still on. They all decided to look for the other gem and thinking, okay, where's the other gem? So they found the other gem. They brought it back to the medical wing where Luke is still there, and so now the medical droid had to put it side by side to one another, and then they decided to put it side by side. Luke Skywalker back to his normal self, doesn't remember what happened to him. So, but now we can go back to, and then all of a sudden things, and then it has a true happy ending, and it does show it right here at the end. But what are your thoughts about Domina Tag? She was one of the ones that tried to kill Luke Skywalker from the beginning, and a lot of things have gone wrong. So what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. So again, things have gone missing when things don't add up. So what are your thoughts on Domina Tag, and what are your thoughts on The Mandalorian Chapter 20? I'm giving this a 9 out of 10 right now. I'm glad they finally got the actor that did Jar Jar Binks from the Phantom Menace all the way to Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, I'm still puzzled with the Order of 66. I'm trying to put all the pieces together. Who survived? Who died? What Jedi survived? What Jedi's died? So if you correct me if I'm wrong, let me know your thoughts in the chat. So right now, I'm just putting it as subscribers only chat mode. So, of course, if you're a channel member, please feel free. And there is a slight problem with all that. And plus in a lot of ways, now about Domina Tag, she did lost her brother. Darth Vader thinks it was Darth Vader, this brainwasher thing. Nope, it was Luke Skywalker that killed your brother. And so she went on outrage. She put, if you don't know who Domina Tag really is, she's another. She's like Mara Jade with red hair, only she's a lot more evil than Mara Jade. So you can tell in the comic. If you have this comic, comment down below or comment put it in the chat saying if you know who Domina Tag, who she really is. She is like Mara Jade with red hair. So Mara Jade, not the only thing in the galaxy who has red hair. There's Domina Tag. And if let me know if there was if she does have a backstory, let me know in the chat. Yeah, I'm wearing my Harry Potter shirt. It's because my condolences goes out to Paul Grant. Can you let me know in chat what Ewok he played in? Because it's starting to get me stumped when I saw his face in the picture. So yeah, and Domina Tag was plotting to destroy Luke Skywalker. It didn't work. Because you know how Rebel Alliance are. They fight back what the Empire screwed up and everything. That's just the way things were when everything is gone place. Now we all know about what had happened to Domina Tag. So Domina, of course, she, her brother, she's the youngest, and kind of like Dr. Pershing in The Mandalorian, she's kind of thinking maybe she is a mad scientist, but Dr. Pershing, but if y'all reach out to the sequels, didn't Palpatine say I made Snoke? Let me know in chat. So it was really that he made Snoke, so Snoke wasn't really human. He was made by Emperor Palpatine. So, and let me know in chat about who Domina Tag really is and why in the world she's plotting to kill the Rebel Alliance. Well, turns out Luke survived the illness, and Charisma Forever is kind of like COVID-19. And when the pandemic began 3 years ago, it was all chaos and everything in its place. So just like everything else, and what it was is, there's a lot of things going out of place with Domina Tag, and Luke Skywalker fell ill. Leia doesn't seem to think that a lot of Lando and then of course we have Chewie, but everyone was like, where was Han during all this? Well, Han's still in the carbonite. So if you read this comic, let me know in chat. See, it's like, or if they upgraded this version, I'd like to see the lettering better. So it's just the way it was, when everything falls out of place. Now, of course, we got the other story with the Nebula, with Han Solo and Chewie. That's a different story. That's really a different story. And of course, we all see what was going on with Lando and Chewie. So this is what it was with Star Wars Christmas Forever. I love this comic. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10 comic book. And this one came from the 80s, so I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. Mandalorian season 3, episode chapter 20. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. And I love the way Jon Favreau, I'm going like this. I'm hoping we do get original trilogy character. Maybe Han Solo will show up. I'm hoping for Han Solo. I'm hoping we do get Han Solo or Princess Leia. Maybe she'll make an appearance, like we all knew Luke Skywalker did at the end of chapter 2. But end of chapter 3, let me know in chat what you want to see next. I really want Han or Leia. And when I'm hearing all these silly rumors about a new movie coming out in 2 years, and no, I'm not going to Star Wars Celebration. It's not what you're thinking of. I'm not going to cross the pond. That's what they start calling it. So, and I'm just not going to cross the pond because it's way too much money. And, people with SSI can't afford all that. They can't afford to travel. They can't afford anything right now. So, let me know in the chat. And if you want to know what your thoughts were on chapter 20, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Still, with the actor that played Jar Jar Binks, I think it might bring the fans back, or it might not. Who knows what it might do? And of course, what it might do in a way, but at least we got Jar Jar Binks actor. At least we got a lot more stories to tell on Jar Jar. We all knew Jar Jar Binks, the actor that played Jar Jar Binks. He's back. I'm happy for it, and so has I bet a lot of you are who's prequel fans. I'm an original trilogy fan. I like original, and I do like the I do like the prequels a little bit. I like the sequel. Not as much. I'm not much of a sequel fan because Rey, Finn, and Poe, they were not in the comics. They weren't in the novelty canon. But I know this really was canon. I want to discuss it on my channel, and I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. I love the story. I love the story of it, and let me thoughts. If there was more Domina's tag story, let me know in chat. I think there was. When I was on Google, I reviewed I want to get other comic books in the future. This is my first one out of all of them. And I noticed back in the day, this was like an 80s version of it. And, we all need to know what's going to happen. But I got a family feeling after this flashback of Grogu's, he might be ended up going back to Luke Skywalker at some point. But will he ever go back? Because I'm thinking that flashback said a whole lot of words. And it just plain said a whole lot of words. So it just said a whole lot of words. I'm thinking because maybe we'll get the actor that played Jar Jar Binks again. I'm looking forward for 21. Check and see what's really going to happen, or we're going to see something else again. Before last week's episode was like what Dr. Pershing and all that. I know most of you don't like Dr. Pershing. I don't care for him because it reminds me, and if you want me to discuss about the Bad Batch, I can't really discuss about the Bad Batch because I know someone who doesn't really care for a certain character, and I just need that character that needs to be respected. I will do the Bad Batch for another time. Why do I look like I froze again? So I will do the Bad Batch after the season is done. I'll just do it, another live stream. I'll just do it another time, save it for another time. But if you want to know about Domina, if you want me to discuss about Domina Tag from another comic book, I know Marvel did come out with a whole lot of them since But if you want me to put that in a discussion, that would be good. I really wish Star Wars Celebration would be streaming this year. I really wanted to see what's going on with every panel. But I'm hoping they'll either that or maybe Disney Plus will pick it up for live streams over like kind of like I think that's what they did for D23. Maybe Disney Plus will have it. And Nick and Coach, I'm hoping that these guys are going to be watching my live stream soon. But let's just get better with this channel, with my channel. I'm going to get better with my channel. I'm going to get better with with the live streams. I will get better with them. Yeah, it is kind of dark in here because the lighting in here is not good because the light bulbs are cheap. But let's not discuss about that. But do you think Din Djarin and Bo-Katan will make good friends? I think Bo-Katan saying that, asking him about did you taught him that, and he said no. I think I'm starting to believe. I was just sitting back, and I think it maybe Luke Skywalker must have taught him some moves during the Book of Boba Fett. I'm gonna have to rewatch that when I get off from here. But are we gonna see another appearance, maybe with Luke Skywalker, in a sort of way? So, just look back at what is happening with in my last live stream, I know this isn't the first time in months I was doing a live stream. I was busy getting some alligator business to done and stuff like that. Hopefully, in a way, is Bo-Katan saved the day at the end of this episode? But you remember the Foundling episode? What does a Jedi call little kids? Youngling. Youngling was the one that last time I heard the word Youngling was back in Attack of the Clones. Now that was a really good movie. It was a really good movie, and I know prequels are not the good thing for us to discuss, but I'm also reading a book here. We're going to discuss this book. And this one's called Honor Among Thieves. I'm starting to believe. I don't know where I'm at. Let's restart this book. Honor Among Thieves is a book here. It's got Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Chewie, and I don't know who this character is really, but this one's about the original era. This one is a really good book. I just started reading it. Stuff like that. But also, let's get back to our discussion, back to the topic here about but everything else, and then the Mandalorian, chapter 20. But I'm hoping the ratings on this episode goes up. I'm hoping we'll keep it going. I'm hoping Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, let's just bring on some more original trilogy characters like we did back in season 2 of Mandalorian at the end. They're going to save Han and Leia at the end of this one too, kind of like last time. So, but my favorite part of the of the episode was Grogu. He was afraid at first about what he thought the kid was really going to hurt him at some point, and he looked at Din Djarin, and Din Djarin looked at him, not me. And so he's only what? He's only, 50. He doesn't understand. I can invite you guys all on a secret on this live stream. If y'all can keep it. I have a learning disability. So I know what Grogu is going through with all of that. I know people pick on people with disabilities, but people with disabilities can do something. And if people would just quit bullying them, I really was bullied in school. I can let you in the secret. I was bullied in school. So much that I was trying to convince the teachers and tell them, hey, they need to stop. I know some of those kids. I can relate to some of those kids in school nowadays. I can relate to it. They picked on me because of my glasses. They picked on me because of my hair, how I was dressed. Yeah. So I know what Grogu is going through. He has a learning disability, too. And I know he can do it. A lot of people nowadays are starting to become judgmental, and I can relate to some of that. People with mental health, people with anxiety, people with Down syndrome disorder. People with disabilities can't do it. There's no such thing as can't anymore. So little Grogu, Din Djarin encouraged him to do it. And so the judge had to do the training darts. He got the kid, got him twice, and he said, "Okay, I'll get you back at some point." So he did get him back. The little boy saying, "Okay, I was wrong," because little Grogu isn't going to be little anymore. But if you all watch the flashbacks, it's something. But we all know what little Grogu is going through. Now, we all knew about what was happening in little Grogu's mind. He had a flashback. Will he be able to go? He had a flashback. He had a second thought coming. Guess who he might be thinking of? Let me know in the chat. So, we all knew if Grogu was going to be staying with the Mandalorians, or he might take that armor off and steal a ship, saying, "I'm going back to find Luke Skywalker, and I'm going to end up with him." We'll see what, because I like to see more Luke Skywalker. I want to see him in the Ahsoka series. I know they were trying to save it for a while, but I'm feeling another appearance by him soon. So yeah, we all been at it within at least 28 minutes, so now 29. A lot of things have happened, and a lot of things have happened since we all knew about what's going on. But now we're also going to go back to discussion with this comic book here, and let me know in the comments what you think about what Domina Tag and who she really is. If she's anything like Dr. Pershing, or she's anything like, but isn't that what it was when we first found out about Domina? So her brother got killed. Darth Vader told her it was Luke Skywalker all the time. But if you just think back at the sequels, What did Kylo Ren say about Springer Snook? He blamed it on Rey. And we all know he was lying. He did it. And he confessed. He said, I killed Snoke, I'll kill you. Meaning the Emperor. That could happen. He could have done it. He put his lightsaber towards his face and he said, okay, I was froze for a few minutes. So we all knew it was all fun games with this little guy. So is there a possibility he can go back to Luke Skywalker anytime he wants? Saying, hey, I spent more time in Din Djarin. I'm going back to Luke Skywalker now. See you if I can still be trained to become a Jedi. So if any thoughts, what was your thought? What was your thought on Din Djarin, Bo-Katan, and Grogu? What was your thoughts? Because what are your thoughts on any of this? And I do apologize for the lightning in here. It's just awful because the way a lot of people saying that the Mandalorian. So I'm giving the episode again a 9 out of 10. The Charisma Forever comic book, a 10 out of 10. Because it's so if you had comparison thoughts, now how many of you Willow fans are out there are so bummed that Disney Plus canceled? I really wanted to tell you all about that. I am so bummed. When I watched the season finale of Willow, it did showed we were supposed to get a season 2 and a season 3, and that was supposed to be the end of it. But looks like Disney Plus put a kibosh on it, saying, "Nope, no more." Well, maybe we'll make a sequel out of the movie where the show would have picked up. So let me know in the comments what you all think about Willow's cancellation. I was bummed. I did like the story in season 1. I did liked it. I was going to see the movie, but I was changing my mind. So we all knew that the movie, that they say is supposed to pick up where the movie left off. I'm sensing a sequel movie coming on instead of making it into a full series. Now, they all say that the full series was supposed to be picking up where the movie left off. Now, I'm a Willow fan, so I did like Warwick Davis's work since Return of the Jedi and the Rise of Skywalker. So, what are your thoughts on? What are your thoughts on Mandalorian Chapter 20? See how Bo-Katan, So what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. And on my next stream, I might have to invite people to Pompins. We'll pop in. Okay. So we'll do Pompins on the next, for the discussion on the next episode. We will invite some viewers out here. So what are your thoughts on Mandalorian season 3, episode chapter 20, the Charisma Forever comic book? So what Domino Tag really is. I'm going to have to cut this stream really short. Make it short and sweet, 34 minutes. Yeah. It is, because I don't see anybody else coming on here. Nobody's watching. So what are your comments? And so you can see what goes from there. again, I just wanted to be on here because I gotta watch another TV show. And if there's anybody out there was a True Lies fan, the movie, we'll discussion about that later, and we'll discuss about the series. I finally broke out with a series called True Lies, and I think, my opinion, I like the series over the movie. So, so any thoughts on Mandalorian Chapter 20, the Christmas Forever comic book? And if anybody else wanted me to, if you want me to discuss about the Bon Jovi songs, we could do that, but we're not going to discuss that. That's going to be, I'm going to, maybe I can just, I cannot put it on YouTube because YouTube calls it copyrighted. So the only music you're going to try to hear is the radio in the next room. And, that's going to be, then YouTube, people on YouTube may not hear it, won't be able to hear it. But if you want me to go on for an hour, we could. So, mostly if you're a True Lies fan, we could do a True Lies stream, the series. I like the last week's episode. I gave it a 10 out of 10 because it was a good episode. I'm about ready to lose my voice. So every so next time, well, there is a list. If anybody who's a CSI Vegas out there like CSI Vegas, let me know in the comments or let me know in the chat. So, okay, I'm gonna end this stream right now. So, final thoughts before I end the stream. My final thoughts is, let's just watch The Mandalorian, and please, Jon Favreau, if you're listening to my voice, sorry, my voice box is going, read my lips. I want to see some more original trilogy characters in The Mandalorian or the Ahsoka. That'd be for next time. Okay? But anybody didn't come to the stream or will watch it later, this is my